did you think of yourself as an assassin?
Assassin? Sounds so exotic. I was just a murderer.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel to another, it's gonna be a little different. It's gonna be rant reviewing, real rant reviewing if you want to call it, a killer, a convicted murderer basically, a killer, psychopath, whatever. Shit, well, I'll do it differently here, do it my way, like I should be doing. This guy, Richard Leonard Kuklinski, the Iceman, okay? Yeah, the Iceman. Now listen, there's a movie on this fucking dude. Didn't like the movie with Michael Shannon at all. Thought Michael Shannon did a shit job as the Iceman. I think the Iceman does the Iceman nothing better than this man. This guy's he's a dirtbag to me though, man. We're gonna go over some of his murders, rant review, his life and his crimes, and this man. If you want to call him a man, I don't know. Let's go over this man, Richard Leonard here, Kuklinski. All right. Yeah, died March 5th. Who gives a shit when he was born? Actually, April 11th, guys, 1935 to March 5th, 2006. Also known as the Iceman. He was an American criminal, and he's a convicted murderer, of course. Kuklinski here was engaged in criminal activities a lot. And, you know, from what I was basically freestyle this shit. I'll refer to anything if I need to. This dude claimed to have murdered a lot of people. I mean, there's no, oh, God. We could went to this shit, rant reviewing a fucking killer like this. This is sick, man. Anyways, this fucking dude did some shit, dude. I remember a couple stories from this guy. So there's two HBO, I don't know, one's an HBO documentary. I don't know. One's a fucking other. He's talking to a psychiatrist, right? And he talks to this guy, and this guy's pressing him, Mr. Kuklinski, and asking. This is after his arrest when he's incarcerated for fucking life, 2 life sentences or whatever for the murders he was convicted of. And there's this part, right? It really gets me. The whole interview gets you. It's gripping. It's captivating. This fucking guy, man, he is the scum of the earth, but I'm telling you, he is the scariest monster that you're ever gonna see in real life. And anyways, so he talking to the psychiatrist dude, and this, you can tell by the psychiatrist's voice, he's, you know, just pressing smart ass, pressing the Iceman, Mr. Kuklinski here in the interview. And oh man, does he fucking he gets mad at him, and he tells him, you know, you got me mad there for a second. He's like, well, what did you want to do? He's still pushing him, and you know, it's crazy, man. It's unbelievable that he's still pressing him like that. Even I don't know, and you know, it's a really fascinating moment to me, because you could see that Kuklinski can't do shit about it. But look at this guy, dude. He walks up on a guy that's taking a pee, you know, in an alleyway. Because this guy wanted to get into the club. He's with his friends, but he evidently couldn't hold his pee. I don't know how Kuklinski knew all this. I don't know. He must have been right there stalking this guy, and the guy must have annoyed him somehow or something. And the guy walks into the alleyway, and Kuklinski kills him in a very creative way I've never heard of. He's a big man, this fucking dude. What is he, man? 6 fucking bills? Man, this guy's like 6'5", I don't know, 300. They're not telling me here. Why they're not telling me his line up, his tail of the tape? Oh boy, he can go head to head with anyone. This fucking dude, oh man, he's huge, powerful guy. He grabbed this guy with a clothesline hanger or something, and he just wrapped it around his neck, and then turned his back, and then leaned the guy over his back, his leverage, you know, and then squeezed down on the rope around the neck. So. And just left him there where he stands, crazy man, with his pants down and shit. I guess it was taking a piss around that alleyway that he couldn't wait, that really pissed off Kuklinski or something, man. It's just like crazy shit. And then there was 4 people in a car one time. Mr. Iceman here is on the road, a road trip, business trip, supposedly 4 kids or 4 teenagers in a van. You know, I don't know, it could have been 5. It was 4 to me. And they were like supposedly messing with Mr. Kuklinski on the road, trying to run him off the road. Bad move. Mr. Kuklinski somehow got these kids to stop the vehicle. He got out and shot them all to death right there on the road. Left them on the side of the road, left them on the road, whatever, man. 4 people. I don't believe his story. I don't know. Maybe I do believe him, because sometimes in these interviews, guys, when he's talking about his crimes, he does seem so authentic about it, and so I believe him on certain things. There's one part I half believe him on, but I don't. And really, in reality, everything he talks about, I believe him mostly, except for the Jimmy Hoffa bullshit, of course, killing Roy DeMeo, and some other shit like what was it? Oh shit, man, there's a lot of shit I don't believe him in. But the cyanide shit, of course, I believe he killed with cyanide. He put some on this guy's cheeseburger, and he's talking. Man, this guy's something, dude. He is something. So he was, finally caught and arrested and charged with some murders. But in his early life, of course, he went through some problems. He wasn't raised correctly. I think that might have fucked him up, or had not fucked him up, guys, but give him the ability to cross over, if you want, so to speak, to have his inhibitions or his fear complex taken away. I don't know, man. A conscience taken away. You dead that conscience young. It's going to be cold as you're old. So, that's bound to happen. Mr. Kuklinski here, though, was selling pornographic videotapes and cutting Disney movies. Oh, man. I don't know. Back in the 60s? Mid-60s? Okay. Anyways, his first murder, supposedly here. He kills a guy who has $27,000 that wants to do business with Kuklinski. All these guys want to do business with him, saying they're acting like they're bad guys. They're not bad guys. They just have a lot of money. Kuklinski just kills them because he's a scumball. So he doesn't want to do the work himself, does he? But he does the work of killing, which is very simple and comes easy to him. Kuklinski basically placed this guy's body in a 55-gallon drum, left it near New Jersey. I don't fuck. Cut the guy's tendons. I don't know. Let's not go over that. Anyways, he kills a lot of people, right? He kills them with cyanide. Kills them with, man, all types of shit. This fucking dude. And he's known for the Iceman because he dropped his body off on the side of the road that was left in the freezer for a fucking year and didn't let it thaw out. So he's known as the Iceman for that, putting bodies on ice. I don't know, man. This shit is making me befuddled a little bit. I'm sorry. I thought I'd be a little better at this, but I'm not. But Kuklinski here, I would say, is he full of shit? Nah, man, he's not full of shit. A lot of these interviews you're seeing, and when he's talking about his crimes freely. He knows it's a done rap. I mean, maybe some of the shit he's embellishing, but like there's this one where he talks about videotaping, leaving a camera in a tunnel or a cave for a victim, and the rats coming to eat him and shit. I don't believe that. Now 75% of me doesn't believe it. Like 25, I think maybe this Mr. Kuklinski saw this from someone else doing it and retracted it, took it as his own. But no, I don't see that happening but he did say like the screaming got to him. So that's why I think he did see a video of some type that affected him in a negative way. He says he shouldn't have been watching or shouldn't have been doing it, but I don't know. It just doesn't fit me for his character, for his modus operandi, if you want to call it, his mode of operation here. It doesn't fit his ways. Hence why it made him uncomfortable in the interview, talking about it or thinking about it or mentioning it. So yeah, I don't buy that shit really. But he's talking for the camera, man. He lights it up. He knows how to do it. He's got a way about him. And I think this one dude he puts in a car, of course, probably in that movie, The Iceman. He puts him in a car and he tells him to pray to God or whatever for an hour or something, whatever how it be. It's played stupid in The Iceman, but this Kuklinski here really fucks you up when he tells you the story. I don't want to do business with this man, and it's a shame. So Kuklinski put some cyanide on a hamburger, but it was slow to work on this dude. So he also strangled him with a lamp cord. Gary Smith. According to forensic pathologist Michael Baden, Smith's death would probably have been attributed to something non-homicidal in nature, such as the drug adult Kuklinski relied solely on the poison. However, the ligature mark around Smith's neck and the fact that the body had been deliberately hidden proves the investigator that he was murdered. So yeah, he just wasn't patient enough. This guy got his rocks off on the kill, didn't he? Sure did. So that's the Iceman for you. That's my rant review of the Iceman, and I just suggest you watch those documentaries, guys, on this fucking dude. He's sick. He's a sick son of a bitch. That's for sure. Thanks for listening. I'm out of this bunch. I'm gonna go throw up now. That's for sure. Throw up big time. Peace out. Real Rant Reviewer, Real Rant Reviews. The Iceman, Richard Kuklinski. Oh God, why did I do this?